The Bravewell Collaborative was a collaboration of philanthropists who worked together from 2002 to 2015 to change how Americans think about health and healthcare, and to bring about the cultural change necessary to create a healthier nation. The spark for Bravewell was my encounter with breast cancer in 1996, a transformational journey that made clear to me how medicine needed to change. My conventional medical care for cancer was impeccable, but it also focused only on the body part and the disease, not on me as a whole human being or as someone prepared to do my part to help myself heal. As I navigated my own path toward wellness, I became convinced that what I had learned, both the knowledge and the skills for self-care, should be available to everybody. I also believed that philanthropy could help bring about the changes that needed to happen in medicine. With our philanthropic advisors, the George Family Foundation spent a year planning a convening of medical leaders and funders who believed as I did in the change that needed to happen. The goal was to arrive at strategies that would lead to sustainable change. We trusted that if we brought together people with good minds and good hearts in a carefully designed process to unleash transformative ideas, positive things would happen. Our first convening, in the spring of 2001, was called Miraval 1 after the resort in Arizona where it took place. In hindsight, I realized how groundbreaking that gathering was, how it revealed the collaborative spirit of the people drawn to integrative medicine and the power of convening as a strategy. One of the strategies that emerged from Miraval 1 was to create a philanthropic collaborative. By pooling our resources, we figured we could target the systemic drivers of change, like influencing public opinion and changing how health professionals are educated. We realized that we could have greater impact together than was possible for any of us alone. In the process, we could also build a learning community of people who shared a common passion. Following a second, funders-only meeting, the Philanthropic Collaborative for Integrative Medicine was officially created in the spring of 2002. We later renamed ourselves the Bravewell Collaborative. We settled on the structure of an operating foundation, and to that end, we hired talented staff to execute our goals. We agreed upon the key strategies we would pursue, ones we could ourselves deliver on in a reasonable period of time. No green bananas was a guiding principle, and it also reflected the age of some of our members. Between 2002 and 2015, the Bravewell members, ranging between 10 and 20 individuals and family foundations, invested close to $30 million in pursuit of our vision. This does not count financial investments made by our external collaborating partners. Bravewell was intended to have a catalytic impact on the field of medicine. That the crisis in healthcare was accelerating at the same time meant that minds were suddenly opening to new ideas, including a new awareness of the importance of individuals taking charge of their own health. We knew integrative medicine and health held some of the keys to getting at the root of the healthcare crisis, so our timing was good. When our principal initiatives were largely completed, when integrative medicine was finally part of the national conversation on healthcare, our members collectively decided that it was time to sunset the organization. It had always been our intention to come together, do the work, and then disband. We set the sunset date for June 2015. Looking back, I believe that Bravewell's success was due to a number of factors: a shared vision, membership limited to those with the authority to make the funding decisions, an excellent staff, a commitment to stay on solid scientific ground, explicit norms for how we would work together, and clear strategies that we had the capacity to deliver on ourselves. Bravewell's role in changing how Americans think about health and medicine is an example of what philanthropy at its best is capable of accomplishing. For me, the Bravewell years were transformative. My journey began with my body, my physical self. But by working with deeply committed fellow travelers from within both medicine and philanthropy on a shared vision, I experienced emotional, intellectual, and even spiritual growth beyond anything I could have imagined.